Hey y'all, it's Nate. Just came down off a Facebook screed trying to explain to a friend of mine that vaccine mandates, whether they've been judged constitutional in the past or not, are a violation of bodily autonomy and thus are wrong, regardless of what any person in a black robe says about them. But that's not what I'm here to talk about today. What I'm here to talk about today is for all of you people who, like I was previously stating, are just really frustrated at trying to explain things to your dull-witted and blind friends about something. Hope it's not your first time. As we come up on 20 years since 9/11, I'm reminded of the 25 or so years worth of predictions that I've made that my friends have dismissed as being crazy, conspiracy theory nonsense, tinfoil hat wearer, paranoid, delusional, all that kind of stuff. So let's go back a little bit. When the Berlin Wall fell, and I was saying, we don't really have any, enemies at this point. We can reach out to those few groups that don't like us, show them by example how our way is better. We don't need this globe-spanning empire. I think we were in 140 countries at that point. We're over 160 now. I would argue that things globally haven't really gotten any better for us, but I'm not an expert. When they were, during the Clinton administration, going after, domestic terrorists and militias and all that kind of stuff, I looked at it as potentially dangerous in the future, but I saw it more as a holding action until our next big set of foreign adventures. And, humanitarian interventions came all through the mid and late 90s. And, I warned that some of the places that we were putting bases maybe weren't such a good idea. And some of the places that we were intervening, maybe it wasn't such a good idea to be intervening. And again, being told that if we weren't the world's policemen, then who would be? And I said nobody, because that's nobody's fucking job. But again, ignored, dismissed. And, blowback occurred, in my opinion, on September 11th. And on that day, I said to anybody that would listen to me, we are never going to know what really happened today. We're never going to have all the details. We're never going to have all the answers. It just doesn't exist. This is going to be a mysterious, world-altering event forever that people will always be arguing about and will never have any closure. I also made a statement on that day that we were likely to invade at least two countries over that event, and that their actual involvement would either never be proven or would not exist. And again, I don't really think I was wrong on that one. I didn't think that bin Laden actually survived until they supposedly killed him either. But that's an old conspiracy theory, and we'll never know again on that one. When the Patriot Act was created, when the TSA was created, I told people who had been convinced that this was, just temporary measures until we got this shit sorted out, that they were not temporary, and that our children would grow up under this shit still going on. Again, dismissed, told I was crazy, called a crackpot. When they said we were invading Afghanistan, I said that is a horrible fucking idea. It's not going to go anywhere. It's going to waste trillions of dollars, and cost lives, not just for Americans, but the Afghanis, who I care about as human beings. They don't deserve to be bombed. Bad people deserve punishment as bad people. There is no group of bad people unless you group individual bad people together. It seems to be a principle that we're missing here. Collective punishment is an evil. But again, I made the suggestion that it was a really bad idea and was ignored, was dismissed, was called crazy, was called unpatriotic, been called a traitor many, many times over the years. Back to the Patriot Act. I said that the Patriot Act would be used to prosecute people in non-terrorism related cases due to the intelligence that they were now able to gather. I wasn't wrong. I said that they were going to be doing shit that was illegal even under the Patriot Act. Again, I was not wrong. Where are we at? Mid-2000s? Obama's speech at the DNC. I looked at my roommates and said, hey, you've just watched a speech by the next president of the United States. And they literally chuckled. Been making economic arguments for decades about the continuing degradation of the dollar and the continuing ill health of our economy, and how that would just be continually papered over until the debt was just unbelievable. I think we're topping 28 trillion now. Let me see. That takes us up to Obama. I think I'll just stop there. But my point is, yes, it's discouraging. Yes, it hurts when you're made fun of. But standing on your principles is more important. And I'll continue to do that. I'll continue to fight against people who promote coercive measures against peaceful people and who want to defy people's bodily autonomy and their consent. The most important principle for me to impart to you is, if you can't say no, then you're a victim. Until next time, whenever the hell that happens to be, signing off. Take care.